Yo, what is up? What is up? What is up? Hope everyone's doing well today. For the fourth day of Eagles training camp. Fourth day already. And hopefully they're gonna put some pads on soon. They're so this week they're practicing Monday, Tuesday, off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So things should spice up a little bit this week. But I actually looked at I woke up earlier and there's a lot of injuries around the league. Treylon Burks suffered a fractured collarbone. I know an offensive lineman from the Cowboys um had a I think a broken bone in his neck or something from practice. I know that Joe Mixon's out for the year indefinitely. There's like a lot of injuries already around the league regarding training camp and things like that. So we want to at least get that list as short as possible. You know, Jalen Carter hasn't practiced yet. I don't know what's gonna happen today. Um, hopefully they're practicing today. Hopefully Jalen Carter's back today. Hopefully, we'll see some better news today and get these guys on the field. And want to say hi to everybody in the chat. What's going on, guys? We got Rome's. What's going on, buddy? Chuck, Eagles 93. Yo, Joe, on my way to work. Thanks for the content. Appreciate it, man. Jimbo, what's up, buddy? Jay Tyler, what's up, dude? David, what's going on, man? And Terrence says, yeah, heard they're putting on pads tomorrow, so that's good. That's good. Slowly but surely, get the competition going. What's up, Jay Dice? Joe says a Bucks fourth round rookie defensive line out for the year. The guy for the. Oh yeah, I saw that too. That's crazy, man. Gotta be careful in these times. You know, I know we want these guys to play in preseason games, and this is what happens, man. This is the stuff that happens that you don't want to happen. And sometimes sometimes these things happen, unfortunately. But I mean, from the video I made the other day, everybody, I mean, look, the one thing I can take from this, from what we're hearing right now, offensively, especially with Kevin Patullo, like the identity of this team is you're running the football. You're taking shots downfield. Like we're not straying away from that at all. But when it comes to, the Keely Ringo situation, I think a lot of people maybe don't watch videos because I'm not shitting on I'm not shitting on Keely Ringo. I mean, Keely Ringo is going against A.J. Brown. I understand it's a tough situation. It's a tough matchup for him. But, I mean, I got to report what's going on. It's like, oh, yeah, he had another bad day. And it's like, what I mean? Like, if all they're going to do is put him against A.J. Brown, you're hoping he's going to win a couple of times, right? Or put him against a lesser type wide receiver. I mean, we're gonna find out if the Eagles made a mistake here. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's too early to tell, but it's only 4 days in, and we haven't even started the fourth day of practice yet. But we obviously have to be considerate of. It's gonna take a while. It might take till middle of preseason to find out really the answer to what's going on here. You know what I mean? But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Kenny Pickett got hurt too, hamstring injury. Hope he's okay. Yeah, I heard there was trade rumors with Kenny Pickett already. I mean, they got too many quarterbacks over there in Cleveland. So, Jade, I said, "What's up with Mac McWilliams? Any word on his progress?" Vic had some nice words. Yeah, I mean, really nothing. I mean, he had nice words. Just let's see what he could do. I'm guaranteeing you that he's going to compete. I mean, not compete, but I'm guaranteeing you he's going to. They're going to try to find out if he could play inside corner. I know they want to play him on the outside. He has versatility inside and outside, but I think inside corner is the way they want to go. Okay? And base defense, you have Cooper DeJean at safety. And dime, you actually have Makuba and DeJean on the inside, and then you have Sidney Brown at safety. Sidney Brown, this is the first year where he's coming off a healthy season and is going to get the valuable reps that he's going to get. PHY says, has there been anything with AJ Dillon and Shipley for the running back 2 spot? No, I mean, it's like I said, it's too early. If I would have to guess, look, I don't know who's gonna take over the Kenneth Gainwell role. 2-minute offense, Who's going to take that role over? I really don't know who's going to take it over, to be honest with you. Will Shipley, I mean, I think he's hopefully going to look more dynamic this year and as a dual threat running back, especially in the passing game. I mean, Patul definitely talked about, his surprise on A.J. Dillon and as a pass catcher. A.J. Dillon's a good back, man. He's a big back. He can run between the tackles really well. He's good in open space. For a bigger back, he's pretty elusive for a bigger back, So we just got to see what happens, man. And by the way, anybody that's been, I put a post out the other night. Me and Philly, literally, Philly was busy the first night, and then he kind of got busy the second night, so we kind of couldn't do the shakedown the last 2 days. So tonight, hopefully, we'll be doing the shakedown by tonight, 8, 9 o'clock, something like that. So we haven't really talked. I mean, we talked football, behind the scenes, but we haven't really. This will be the first time for the Philly shakedown to be back and ready to go. Yeah, trade room. Yeah, they're from the other day. Yeah. Yeah, when I think, they got too many. The Browns got too many quarterbacks. So, what's going on, Trav? Robert, what's up, buddy? What's our cap space right now? Should we pick someone up? I actually don't know what our cap space is. I haven't looked at it in a while. The Eagles have, the Eagles have 13 picks next year. And like I said, Howie Roseman said at the press conference the first day of camp, he pretty much was like, look, like if I have to make a move to upgrade the roster, we got picks to do it, whether it's this year, whether it's next year. The Eagles have picks. For as good as the Eagles are going to be, they're going to have a shit ton of draft capital next year. Okay? A lot of comp picks. The comp pick game formula worked, which, made us lose a lot of players. Mekhi Becton, Isaiah Rodgers, I think Milton Williams. So those are your comp picks that you get for next year. The Eagles won't be rewarded those comp picks until next year's offseason. So that's pretty much where we're at. I want to see more from Ty Robinson. I want to hear more from the edge rushers as well. I mean, Jalix Hunt's been having a good camp so far. Nolan Smith's having a really good camp. I want to see Azeez Ojulari. I want to see Joshua Uche. I want to, once we get these pads on, it's going to get a little bit better. And then really we'll start to see things happening. Today will be the last day where we'll see things happening. But, guys are going 100% at times, but it's nothing different when you have, when you have the pads on, it's a totally different story. Totally different story. I was saying, Makuba getting some run at slot isn't it good for look for McWilliams? Yeah, maybe not. You're probably right. But Makuba's got a lot of versatility as well. Can play multiple positions at a high level too. So, Makuba's a second round pick. Well, McWilliams, what is he? I forgot when we drafted him. What, third round? I forgot fourth or fifth round, something like that. You know what I mean? So, like I said, for other guys, it's gonna be a lot of time. I'm looking for Williams to be a depth piece, obviously. And we'll see how it goes, though. Yeah, seeing that he's one of the few overall 100s on Madden, which is great. It's only Lane Johnson and Saquon Barkley from what it looks like. Honestly, I don't really know how I feel about DeJean at safety at base defense. I believe he could do it, but I don't know who will play nickel and if they can hold it down. Yeah, well, that's really the big thing. They in 2 to 4 years, Cooper DeJean is going to be playing he'll never play fucking inside corner again. Like, I think they're trying to find that replacement inside. Corner might be at the top of the list for the draft next year. You're not going to go pay one. You're not going to go in free agency. Like, I want them to stay away from free agency. When it comes to cornerbacks. Okay. Unfortunately, we have 2 first-round talents right now. Technically, Quinyon Mitchell is having a pretty good camp right now. DeJean, is going to be the Swiss Army knife of this defense, and I think Fangio wants to move him all over the place. I don't think, if they have to keep him at one position this year, then that's fine. But now with more versatile players, like when you get rid of a Chauncey, you add a Makuba, now you could move a little bit more with some of these guys. Darren says, last I checked, Kenny Pickett was winning the QB battle. I thought, yeah, I don't even think Shador's even looked that great, to be honest with you. See. Oh, this is Champ Joey. Hey, Champ, question. What do you see in Ojomo? And can he fill Milton's shoes? Any concern? No, because I think his pass win rate percentage has gone up. His pressure rate percentage has gone up every single year. I mean, he's going to get paid. That guy is going to get paid. He's looked very good. He's looked better and better every single year. I definitely see him in earlier in rotation, probably in the second rotation with some of the guys. I think Thomas Booker has flashed a little bit, so he's a nice deep rotational guy. And obviously, Ty Robinson is a guy we really need to see with his physicality. We know it's there, and I think he was a total steal. Ty Robinson probably should have been a late second round pick. You know, Nicholas says, "What up, Joey Shakes? Is Andrew Makuba practicing at slot cornerback?" Yeah. He's in the inside on dime, and then and pretty much when they play regular, he's mostly splitting reps at training camp most of the time with Sidney Brown so far. And I think that competition is really going to be ongoing between both of those guys. You know, I think it's going to be ongoing. Because safety is definitely important here because you trade Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, and then really we went to the draft and finally got a safety of the draft. We got a safety that's a little bit shorter than Chauncey. Probably weighs 10, 15 pounds less, but hard hitter. And he has really good back end coverage with his feet. He really has good legs. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how this whole thing goes when the time comes. So we're going to have Nick Sirianni's press conference at 9:40 in like 2 minutes, unless it's already going on. Got Andrew Makuba. No helmet today. Okay, so he ran into Danny Gray the other day. Oh, hold on. I forgot to put there it is. He ran into Danny Gray at practice the other day, and it was a little bit of a scare, but he's fine. He's probably fine. Either the wind got knocked out of him or something like that, so I'm not really worried about it too much. So he's good to go, which is good. So that's a really good news, honestly. Very, very good news. There's Makuba right there, walking around, which is good. I don't know. We're gonna find out the injury report soon, so hopefully it's nothing bad. The last thing we need is Makuba to miss practice, bro. If he misses today, it's fine, but we really can't. Especially as a rookie, bro, you can't be missing practice. You miss practice. You miss, especially practice in the off-season program. Yeah, it's just. It's going to be really bad, and then all the pressure's going to be on Sidney Brown pretty much. That's pretty much how it's going to go. And, we'll see what happens, but that's the way it's going right now. Yeah, everybody's pretty much reporting on Makuba being out there. Yeah. No helmet for Makuba today. Thomas, I really like to keep DeJean at nickel and just okay Makuba at safety. Eventually take DeJean outside cornerback. Yeah, I don't know if they want to go that direction, though. I don't want to put DeJean at outside corner. I really don't. I have no interest on making DeJean an outside corner. I mean, obviously you have the option to do it, but we're really pushing for Ringo right now. We're really pushing Adoree Jackson as well. I mean, I don't even know, Adoree Jackson, like, I don't even know if I don't know how good he is still. I don't know if he's going to be, James Bradbury came here off a really bad season in 21. Giving up over 800 yards receiving with the Giants. Came to the Eagles and look what he turned into for that year. So I don't know. Adoree Jackson has some versatility. He's obviously a lot older at 29. They won't put him on the inside. He'll strictly be an outside corner type guy. But there is competition between him and Ringo right now. So Terrence Bond says no Makuba practicing. What's up, SC Birds? No days off. Chris Scott's Jakes. I'm about 7% on this. Timmons will be here. Newsom as well. So you think they trade for Greg? You think they trade for Newsom from the Browns, and you think that Simmons will be here? There's always a possibility. Look, if Makuba's out right now and he misses a lot, we don't know what the injury is, but if he misses a lot of fucking time, you know, that's gonna really suck, dude. K-Rob says no to the Gene outside, great inside. Why weaken that position for what? Yeah. I mean, I think for this year, you have to keep him somewhere. I don't know how much they're going to move him this year. I'm not sure at the end of camp they're going to have enough pieces, at least another backup inside corner. I mean, I think they're looking for another backup inside corner because there's nothing behind DeJean at that position. There's nobody there, and that's a position we've been weak at the last before 24. That's a position we've been weak at the last few years. Zach McPherson, Avonte Maddox. I mean, we've had nobody at that position, and a lot of players that couldn't play that position. You know, no big news yet. Sirianni's gonna have his press conference soon. You have 114 in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you guys have not. Appreciate it so much from everybody. And definitely hit the like button if you guys haven't either. It really helps tremendously. So obviously we'll have training camp. We'll have practice. We'll have obviously video out tomorrow on the practice, all that great stuff, and we'll be ready to go. I mean, we're hitting August in a couple days, so we'll have preseason. We're already at preseason already. Preseason games will be here before we know it. Next few weeks, couple weeks. So everything's gonna get here fast. They would say, hey, Joey Shakes, I read an article earlier today that both Key Ringo and Adore Jackson are both struggling in the cornerback competition right now so far in training camp. Sure hope Ringo wins. Yeah. It's very early right now, but hopefully somebody stands out. I mean, you know, if they're putting Ringo against A.J. Brown, you know, everyone's telling me, oh, no one could beat A.J. Brown. There's not a lot of corners. There's not a lot of corners that could cover A.J. Brown. Like, I understand that. I get that. But I got to see something. A.J. Brown is going to make Keely Ringo better, and it's up to Ringo. You know what I mean? Like, look, you didn't sign Darius Slay. You didn't re-sign Slay for the year, okay? You held off, and you said, you know what? We have our corner. Ringo is going to compete, and then they said and then there was news coming out that the Eagles want to sign a veteran corner, and they went out and got one in Adoree Jackson. You know? So obviously the Eagles have done a lot of homework on Adoree Jackson. I remember before he became a free agent to go to the New York Giants, you know, the Eagles were going after him as well. It was between the Giants and the Eagles, and he took more money with the Giants on a big contract. You know? So that's kind of where we're at. I'll say Makuba got banged up while in dime trying to defend diving catch by Danny Gray late Saturday's practice. Yeah. So it's all on Andrew Makuba right now. So FD Birdsman, the medical staff is big on maintaining soft tissue injuries. I'm sure Makuba is fine. Hopefully. I mean, he ran to Danny Gray, so I can't expect. Was it a concussion? I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what it was. You know what I mean? I'm not sure. I'm not really sure what that injury was, to be honest. I mean, it could have just been the wind knocked out of him. Could have been a concussion. Could have been something pretty small. So you never know. Christopher says, just get Simmons here. Have a seasoned vet is not a bad thing. Yeah, but you don't want to rush to that, bro. We're done doing that shit. I'm like sick of trying to put band-aids on positions. Like, some Eagle fans are just not used to producing players. We're not used to it because we never have really drafted well consistently in consistent years. You know, this is a new era now. Like, you draft and you try to get them to their second contract, and that's what you're trying to do. You know, fourth day of practice. If they signed Justin Simmons, I'd be pissed off. I'd be like, they didn't give this thing enough time. I'd be really pissed off if they signed Justin Simmons right now. If we get to the middle of training camp, middle of preseason, you know, Who did the Cowboys sign? Oh, I thought the Cowboys signed somebody. Yeah, Cowboys guard Rob Jones broke a bone in his neck during yesterday's practice. Now is expected to miss 2 to 3 months. Yeah, he's out for the year. He's out for the year. It was a guy that used to play for the Dolphins, I guess. I thought it was Christian. I thought they just signed Christian Wilkins or something for like big money. I swear to God. I'm about to say, bro, they're doing they're doing Micah Parsons dirty already. Like, fuck. That's crazy shit. Tommy says Ringo has 2 years left on his rookie contract. There should be a fire lit under him to make the name for himself and get paid. We got rid of Slay and Rodgers to give him his chance. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, look, every time the Eagles want, if they can get a comp pick for a player, they let just walk in the free agency and get signed somewhere. The Eagles will get that comp pick. They don't care how good the player is. They will let the guy walk in the free agency, get that contract, and get that comp pick. And that's what they've been doing. That's what they have been doing for a while. You know what I mean? All right, so we have some Nick Sirianni stuff. Nick Sirianni on why he's not talking about being defending champs. This isn't boxing where you're the champ till someone beats you. True. Nick Sirianni says Jalen Hurts is doing a great job of continuing to improve, doing good job of going through the reads, getting to his third and fourth reads. Note that he rarely throws incompletions in practice, which he doesn't. I mean, he's 93%. Okay, his completion percentage is at like 93% in training camp. Of all these training camps together, I mean, it's kind of nuts. Pretty consistent. He's had a flawless camp so far. Had some passes beaten down. Jordan Davis, Nolan Smith has gotten some pressure on him. Like I said, Jordan Davis had some pressure. So Jalen Hunt's done a pretty good job. He said the ball doesn't hit the ground very often at practice. Chris said Ringo has straight line speed. He's slow on his hip rotation. That's the problem. He's not an outside cornerback. I mean, we'll see, man. Like I said, I mean, I'm a little nervous. You're throwing in a guy that really hasn't had any reps at outside corner. I mean, he hasn't had any reps. So you got to give him a chance, give those reps. But can an offseason program do that for him? Can he be a starter by the end of training camp? Because realistically, like Fangio was like, we're gonna throw Quinyon Mitchell on both sides of the field to follow the number one wide receiver. Yeah, it's a good thing, but it's a really bad thing because when you had Slay and Quinyon, you really didn't have to worry about anything. You had 2 number 1 corners last year, and Quinyon obviously, thank God he worked out. It showed up early. So Simmons won't be here for at least 2 weeks. Newsom will be traded here after a scrimmage. Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, we'll see. I don't see them trading. I mean, look, it's hard to make trades for like a starter unless you're giving up a lot for that player. You know what I mean? I can't see during the middle of the season where teams have bad records, you want to pick off some of their players. That makes more sense. When it comes to like the off-season program and really trading for players, especially if you're going to trade for a starter from another team, a lot of teams don't want to give up starters before the season starts. I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah, I saw the Ferguson deal, yeah. I mean, watch, if George Pickens has a good year, who knows? They might put money into him. I mean, they have no longevity when it comes to that roster. That roster is just, there's no long term for that roster. It's a lot of rentals this year. It's a lot of, you know what I mean? Nicholas Deluzio says it's going to be interesting. Once Zach Bond and Kobe Dean and Jahad Campbell are healthy enough to play because all 3 are capable. Sorry, I mean Jahad Campbell looks great right now. I mean, we never even thought he was even going to practice the first day. And he's transitioned nicely off this injury, and he's ready. I mean, he looks good. He looks, from what we're hearing, he looks very athletic. His coverage is pretty good. He's fast. All right, Jalen Carter will practice today. There it is. Jalen Carter will practice to some extent. So I'm figuring that he's going to be probably a light day for Carter. So there you go. Jalen Carter. Sirianni says Carter will practice today, but won't give detail about Drew Makuba injury. He doesn't do that for anyone. So don't read too much into that. Says have to be creative with how Makuba stays on task. Yeah. I'm telling you, there's big. I mean, that's a good sign though that they say that. If they're saying that, then they have a lot of faith in Makuba and what he showed at camp so far. They have to. So it says have to be creative with how Makuba stays on task. I don't even know what the fuck that means. I don't even know what that means at all. Jolo, what's going on, buddy? He says, hey, Joey, Micah is going to demand 45 and Jerry going to end up paying it. I love it. They got problems in Dallas. They definitely do. And if he gets hurt this year, he ain't getting no contract. He ain't getting no. If he gets hurt, once he's out for a week or two, that's it. That's it. It will be over before we know it. Nick Sirianni on Eagles practicing in extreme heat the next 2 days. And it's good for us to practice in the heat. We're going to play in this heat. Sirianni says being in great shape in the foundation of being a tough team. And that's true. That's true. You know, you play in these different conditions. Other teams can't handle certain conditions. And you know, this is how you're a good team and can win throughout those conditions all year. So Nicholas, I don't think Micah Parsons will be in Dallas long term, and he will bolt in the free agency once his contract is up. And after what Jerry Jones said about him, I don't think he wants to be there. Yeah, it's like Jerry Jones taking shots at Micah during a press conference, and then Micah's on the practice field taking shots at the front office. It's so dysfunctional. Crazy. Tyler said, once Jihad is fully healthy, he needs to be starting opposite Bond. Trotter and Munden need to be the depth linebackers. I agree. It will be Bond and Jihad Campbell. And I think Trotter's had a pretty good camp so far. Small Munden, not much hearing about him, but I want to see more from Small Munden. I think and it's crazy just how far this linebacker core has come to last for a lot of years. And I think potentially, you know, because you're going to have the Dean out, a lot more guys will get opportunities. So that third guy is going to get a lot of opportunities, whether it's Trotter Jr. or Small Munden. I'm excited for both of them. Really excited for both of them, you know. Goes to Jerry keeps calling him Michael. Yeah, Michael Parsons. Yeah, that shit was funny. He just messing that man's name up. What up, KGK? So what up, Joey? Back at it. Ringo better tighten up. He's playing at the same as he did when he dropped in the draft 3 years ago. He is a strong safety. Ringo is a Derwin James. I mean, yeah. I mean, look, Ringo. We were talking about Ringo switching positions last year. Last off season that he would be at safety, but you know, I obviously don't see him that way. Joe said, Joey, you think it's time to call Simmons? I'm not sure, man. Not now. It's too early. Too fucking early. If they sign Simmons today, I'd be pissed. I'd be royal. I mean, that looks really bad. You know, if Fangio's like, we might need to do something here, you know, and Fangio will do the right thing if we have to do it. And honestly, Justin Simmons will be he'll be a late signing. He'll be like a signing like 2 weeks before the season starts, something like that. So really pulling for Makuba, really pulling for Sidney Brown. So we'll see where it goes, man. Joel says, yes, indeed, Nicholas DeLuzio. The Sirianni says Saquon reverse hurdle, that Saquon was the fifth read on that play, points to it as a good example of a full team making a play. Says it's unusual for a quarterback to get to his fifth read. Credit Hurts for the read the O-line the O-line, especially for blocking. Fuck. You're damn right. You're damn right, bro. Offensive line is best I've ever seen. Right guard is going to take time. I don't think right guard we're going to find out immediately, especially with no pads are on. Like right guard is going to take until the middle of preseason, you know, with some of these guys. I would like to see Miles Hinton at guard. I know he's a tackle, but I would like to see him at guard. I don't know if they put him at that spot yet. But Tyler Steen, we'll see what happens with him. You just got Kenyon Green back. You know, Trevor Keegan from Michigan, I think, is another one. He missed time in the offseason program last year, so we'll see. Wide receiver, Terrace Marshall Jr. Want to see what he can do. Danny Gray seemed to be having a pretty good camp. Danny Gray kind of coming out of nowhere. But, you know, Terrace Marshall, hopefully we see some more news from him today. You know, we need to see someone making some noise at the depth at wide receiver. God forbid you have injuries and need a guy to step in there. You have one right there. So, what's up, Rico? First season, yo, Joey, what's up, bro? How we doing today? Bruce, any concerns about Cam being limited for back issues? Not yet. I mean, until I see the injury report, it's not out yet. It should be coming out soon. Should be coming out soon. So, let me just check one more thing. Okay, we have that turned on. Okay, I'm just making sure we're good to go here. We're good to go. We're good to go. Parks, I think Makuba will be starting day one. Yeah, he should be. Yeah, should be. So him missing time right now is going to really suck, and we're hoping it's not serious. They say some of the beat writers are saying it's not serious, but Nicholas, I think that once Kobe Dean comes back, that he will be a starter for next to Zach Bond, and Jock Campbell will be used like Micah Parsons, where he lines up all over the field on different spots. Yeah, they could do that as well, you know, but Campbell's got a lot of value too. And this is a contract year. That's going to be one of the biggest questions going into really the 226 offseason is going to be Nakobe Dean's contract and if he's going to get re-signed. I don't know if he's going to get re-signed. I mean, I hope so, but I'm not really sure. You know, the positive about this injury, I think he looks like he's ahead of schedule, but the positive thing about this injury is that you might be able to sign him for cheap. If he comes back from the patellar tendon injury and looks pretty good, okay, you know, maybe you have something. You know what I mean? Maybe you have something. If you guys haven't joined my official Discord yet, join up because I definitely talk to pretty much all the supporters every single week. And, you know, it's always a fun time talking back and forth and stuff. So we got a lot of people in the Discord right now. So if you have it, I'm trying to figure out how to use it. But if you guys have it, join up on Discord. If you have Discord, it's the best way to contact me, or if you have any questions or whatever, just join up, pick your team, follow the rules in there, and you'll be good to go. So appreciate it from everybody. Hit the like button if you guys haven't either. Appreciate it too. Yeah, first pad practice tomorrow. First padded. So Nick was asked about the Jihad Campbell getting first team reps, called the linebacker spot an open competition. Wow. Open competition for the linebacker spot. Interesting. I mean, let's be real here. He's not going to say, you know, they're not going to tell you like, oh yeah, we already have the starters. You know what I mean? I think that's just PR. I think that's just a PR term. You know, because it's early in camp. I think they know Jihad Campbell's going to start next to Zach Bond. I don't think. I think in the back of their mind, I think they all know that. You know, they're just saying it's open because you know they don't want to throw anybody under the bus. You know. So we'll see. You know what I mean? We'll see how it goes. Open competition. Yeah. I don't think so. I think I think you'll be able to see a lot more. I mean, the good thing about it is, God forbid, like I said, you got injuries or something like that, because now from this offseason program, you're going to see a lot of Trier Jr., a lot of small Munden. Since Dean is out, someone else is going to have to step up, you know? Oh, I'm not sleeping on Sidney Brown. I'm really not. Because this is really realistically the first season, off season, where he's healthy. He's coming into a healthy offseason program under Vic Fangio. last year he played a lot of special teams, but he came off a big ACL injury going into the 24 season. Okay, and then in 23 he played in a totally different scheme. And what Fangio said, he played in a different scheme, so they need to get him right. They need to get him right, But hopefully we have what we need, and that's all that matters. Paul said we said the same thing about Devin White, and he never played a single snap. And it was the weirdest situation. Like every day he started, and Kobe Dean started like maybe 2 to 4, barely like 2 to 4 times at all. Devin White was the starting middle linebacker for this team. I think the Eagles made the decision to get rid of him because they said to themselves, Kobe Dean's healthy for the first time. We need to put him on the field and see what we have with him. And it worked out. And for me, he didn't really have a good camp. I mean, it was always negative fucking news with him. So what was I supposed to think, that he was going to do well in the season? I mean, I'm humble enough to say it. That's what happened. Like, that open practice happened, and he was already looking bad, apparently, from some of the other days at camp. But when he got to the open practice at Lincoln Financial Field and he got like burned like twice and his coverage was very suspect, I don't know what I was supposed to think at the time. I can only think what I'm hearing, and that's really it. That's really it. The Shea says Trotter and Bond have been splitting call on the defense. That's fine. That's fine. Like I said, they have to get a third guy prepared to call the defense. They have to get a guy that's a backup to call the defense. I know they've been working Jahad Campbell. They've been working Jahad Campbell inside and outside. Jason Garrett at Eagles practice today. Shells today. Full pads tomorrow. Jason Garrett's at practice. Why? Why is he there? Why is he there? I don't know why he's there. But he's there. Shoulder pads today. So we got shoulder pads today, full pads tomorrow. Okay, so it is shoulder pads. Shoulder pads today, helmet today, full pads tomorrow. Got it. Devin White and Rashad Penny were the weirdest contract I've ever seen. Wasted money on guys that never played. Yeah, I mean, Rashad Penny didn't cost that much. Devin White really didn't cost too much either. So I don't think the cost was really killing us there, Rashad Penny was weird, bro. Just weird. Barely used him, barely did nothing. It's already enough that DeAndre Swift didn't get treated like a starting running back that year because Gainwell was treated more like a starting running back than he was. He was there to clap. He was there to clap. He was there to clap. That was funny. I got to say that was hilarious. Notes that when it's all said and done, I think the Eagles will have 4 bad rotation at defensive tackle, keep 5 linebackers, 5 edge rushers, 5 quarterbacks, and either 4 or 5 safeties on the final 53. Yeah, potentially. How many receivers do you think they keep? 5 or 6 this year? I was at the open practice last year. Dean didn't look great, so I was nervous about him. That's what I'm saying. And then we get called out for what? I'm just fucking reporting what I see. See, he started. No, he said no to Kobe Dean. No, he said about no. Nolan Smith didn't do shit in the offseason last year either. He had a couple sacks. One was a sack where he didn't get touched. Another sack he had in preseason where the running back literally chipped him into the fucking quarterback. And I was just yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to be real about it. And fuck, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Who gives a shit? I'm wrong. It happens. Mike the job will be a beast. He will. Rock, what's going on, buddy? Cooper DeJean made number 60 on the top. Oh, that's awesome, man. I mean, I think the top 100 list is a bunch of, it's like a fucking dog and pony show anyway, because it's voted by the players. And I think it's a bullshit list. I mean, regardless of where our players are on it, I've hated the top 100, but that's just me though. But at least DeJean's getting some recognition around the league from all the players, so that's a good thing. Get that loser Garrett away from our team. Chris says Rashad was worth his last name. Why is there's no notifications on anything else? Like, are they not stretching? Is there like videos of anything coming out? Like, what's going on? Oh man, that's funny. You guys are hilarious today. You guys are on a roll today. We got shoulder pads on today. We got full pads tomorrow. Let's go. Let's fucking go. I'm ready to go. In the snow. On the low. I don't know where I was going with that, but no idea where I was going with that. Nicholas says the 4-man rotation defense tackle will be Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Moro Jomo, and Ty Robinson. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. And I'm hoping they keep Thomas Booker this year. I want to keep Thomas Booker as well. I have a lot of faith in Thomas Booker. Like Booker, I think on the deep end, I think he definitely flashed last year. That's what happens. Once you see like guys on the deep rotation start flashing, then they just start to get better over time, And I think, Moro Jomo was the same way, What's up, Jay? He says, Coop. Rock says week 1, cannot wait. Yeah, I know. How much of those are those tickets are probably really expensive still. Okay. Jalen Carter's back. He's back. He is back at practice. Do it. Do it. Ron Gary Braun says Robinson, we must be butter because we on a roll. Bert says, by the way, guys, we have football this Thursday in July. Oh yeah, we have the Hall of Fame game. Nicholas says the 5 linebackers will be Zach Bond, Nakobe Dean, Jahad Campbell, Jeremiah Trout Jr., and Small Munden. Yeah, I'm like Nakobe Dean's not gonna be on. He's not gonna count towards the roster, so he'll be out for like 6 weeks probably, depending. But he'll be Nakobe Dean will be here, but he won't count towards the roster. Ticket prices are insane, bro. Yeah. I really wanted to go to opening day. I really want to go to that Thursday night badly. It's gonna be a big game. I mean, it's gonna be an exciting time anyway. They're dropping the banner. Oh yeah, I mean everyone will be there. Yeah, no doubt. Rock said, I want to punch Dak, run the ball down the Kardashians' defense, embarrass them. Webb says, can Van Sermon make the team as a fullback? That's the plan right now. I don't think anyone else is playing fullback. I think he's the only one playing fullback. I thought they would have at least had a few guys. Maybe they do, and we just haven't heard any reports on it or anyone even reported it. But Ben Van Sermon apparently, I mean, he's not even working. I mean, he's working with the linebackers. He's working with the running backs as of right now. So I think Jeffrey Lurie a month ago said they want to revive the fullback. But if they can get a fullback, that's another weapon for this team. I mean, that's another weapon they could have on the field. That's crazy. With a mixture of obviously A.J. Dillon and getting Will Shipley on the right track. Yeah, shoulder pads on today, it looks like. Full pads tomorrow. So, oops. Sorry. Jay, so don't forget Eric Allen will finally be inducted. Oh, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, is he getting inducted the first? Is he getting inducted? When does that usually happen? I totally forgot about that. Yeah, I like what Nick said, the presser. I mean, realistically, like, they're just putting their head down, going to work, man. So I have no issue. Like, if he says there's an open competition at linebacker, like, he's going to throw some crap at us that, Oh, it's still an open competition. There's still things going on, you know. They're gonna be a tough physical team that could. Oh, there's Ringo right there. That number 7 on Ringo looks good though. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, he's in there August 2nd. Oh, okay, good, good. That's good. I haven't seen news on it, which is kind of weird. Philly says, I truly don't think Dallas is all good. Still terrible against the run. No. Nino, what's going on? Since morning, Joey. Exciting week. Thanks for going live. Hey, definitely. I've been live pretty much every training camp practice. Ready to go. Ready to go. Shoulder pads. We are finally starting to morph into a real practice soon. So once you at least put the shoulder pads on, then you can get a little bit more physical. Then when you're full, then it's great. And once we have the joint practice with the Browns, it's gonna be even better. You know. Chris said full pads will probably be pushed back until Wednesday or Thursday. It's gonna be blazing the next 2 days. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if it's been reported that they're gonna be full on Tuesday. Yeah, it's like 90-something degrees here right now. It's hot. Yeah, shoulder pads are on today. Shoulder pads are on today. And apparently they're supposed to be full tomorrow. That's kind of the news coming out. You know? I don't know what's going on at practice right now. Is there like a thing? Is there something going on? Like I'm just looking quick. You see Jalen Hurts had that Sprite commercial? Oh yeah, I forgot to get a notification from this guy too. Sorry. You're gonna hear usually when I download a video, it'll play the video with volume on. So that's kind of what happened, fortunately. Okay. Saquon talking with Jason Garrett. Stay away from him. Stay away. He's like, God damn. He's like, you. I don't know. I need to watch. I gotta watch. I gotta watch what I say. I am such a cheerleader for your game, Mr. Barkley. Nicholas says the 5 cornerbacks will be Quinion Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, Keely Ringo, Dory Jackson, and Mac McWilliams. I agree. Obi John Kenobi says, what do we think about bringing Wilkins in? No. He's due like $30-something million, bro. Nobody start with the Christian Wilkins talk. That's not happening. The TJ Watt thing, everybody talks about it. Not happening. None of it's happening. That is not happening. That guy is due a lot of money. And there's some freaky stuff going on with him. I don't know what, but some freaky stuff. Ernie said, looks like so many teams are trying to copy us, but they can't come close. No. Try to copy a team, you're always going to be like a step behind, you know? The Eagles try to trade up in the draft from like 23, 24, all the way up to where they were picking. And they still got their guy. Eagles special team drills with a little football intentional style and American style in the same play. Yo, special team's going to be interesting. Punt returner, the dude from the Falcons, I always forget his name, that return specialist. Maybe they want to use him for kick return. That Giles Jackson. Yo, they still got DeJean at punt return still. They got DeJean and Jahan Dotson at punt returns. No, thank you. No, thank you. The Eagles very obviously need to trade for a safety from Elliott Shore Parks. Why? And he already has 12 comments, so you know people are like, what are you talking about, man? Fucking early. Or I wish we had someone that could play the slot, and if so, Coop can go outside if Ringo not already. Yeah, I mean, the McWilliams kid, I hope could play on the inside. Yeah, but I don't want. Yeah, I'm not a fan of. I'm really not a fan of putting Coop on the outside. I mean, it's you're gonna create an even worse weakness putting him on the outside. You got nobody on the inside. Yeah, it's gonna be a nightmare. A lot of these offenses are gonna take their number one receiver. They're gonna put him on the inside. Then the Eagles are gonna get burnt on the inside unless I mean, you can't have a linebacker have duty on that every single time either. Yeah, Jalen Carter is practicing today, Nina. Yes. Well, practice hasn't they technically started, but they haven't gotten to group yet, so. Kleps says Vic can't be happy with Coop still returning punts. Probably not. I wouldn't be fucking happy either. I mean, I guess that just in case, have him ready, I guess. I guess we'll see. I don't see why Avery Williams is going to make the roster. 3 running back plus a fullback and max. They probably have. Yeah, I mean, Avery Williams is just going to be a specialist. He's not going to be obviously. He's not going to get any playing time, offensively. But I like how they brought in some specialist type guys, which is really good. Giles Jackson was the tryout guy that we had, and he made it, which is good. He's got a lot of speed. He's like a pure fucking speedster. To have him on kick returns or something, I'm not really, I don't want to have another guy. I don't know. The reason why what's his face didn't work out on punt returns, he was just way too small. Unfortunately, it just sucked that God, I'm having a brain fart on the name. Hello. Frank said, I think it's starting to look like Fangio wants to make Adoree Jackson, Cooper, and Makuba interchangeable in the middle. Yeah. So on dime package, you're going to have Makuba and DeJean on the inside. Sidney Brown at safety. Base, you're obviously base. You're going to have Cooper DeJean at safety. So, we'll see. Like I said, I like Cooper DeJean in the slot. I believe he's almost like a strong safety down the bottom. Yeah, and the thing is, even you got to keep him inside because not only can he just cover, but he could, if they have to window dress their defense and disguise coverages, they can always put him in coverage as well. And he's really quick. So he's got way too much value just to just stick him on you put him on the outside, you totally just weaken your defense. Yeah, sure, he covers a receiver, but nah. We gotta see if this is gonna pan out here. But I like Cooper DeJean in the slot. I believe he's almost like a strong safety downside the box. Yeah, pretty much. I thought we brought in Avery Wilson to do returns. Why does DeJean still return? But I mean, there's a whole bunch of people returning punts, so it's not like they only have 2 guys doing it. But you want to get multiple guys repaired. Yeah, Britton Covey. Britton Covey was too small. You're taking one unnecessary hit at his size. He's got what do you have, like a collarbone or something? He had something that happened. Just that he got hit out of bounds. He was running out of bounds. He gets hit. Boom, he's out. He got hurt 3 times, I think. When talking about a drill earlier, Nick Sirianni said we want to do ordinary better than everyone else. Sirianni is a detail-obsessed coach, seeing that here with this drill too, where defenders are punching footballs held up by coaches while tackling dummies. Yeah, remember those tackling drills they had last year? And we were fucking laughing they were tackling literally the coaches. You had a mattress bag on the ground. The coach would have a bag, and the players would tackle the assistant coaches on the bag mat. And we like laughed at it like, dude, like what the fuck? You know, so that's only look. The one thing that this defense was two things this defense was lacking from the 23 season going into 24 was tackling and punching the fucking ball out and getting turnovers. Like, and they did that so fucking well. They did that so well. Some Eagles donut and Scooby Jules make me want ice cream and donuts. Okay. That's what they're good at, man. Oh, look at Uche, huh? Tanner, thank you for doing that. Do I even follow that? Yeah, I do. Oh, my notifications aren't on for him. That's why I'm not getting it. Okay. Uche. Wearing that 0. Hopefully it's not bad luck. Hopefully it's not bad luck. You know, we'll see. Joshua Uche, bro. I have high hopes for Uche. High hopes, my friend. Frank, I think Coop could play outside, but I believe his bread and butter is over the middle. Is over the middle of the field. Yes, Swiss Army knife player, bro. Mike, I agree he could play outside, but I believe he's a game changer on the inside and how he could tackle and cover the flats. Yes, you don't have a lot of guys. That inside corner spot is really hard to play. It's a very hard position because you need to. I think athletically you need to be better than an outside guy. You're only expecting a couple to a few things from a wide receiver. But whether you're going to be facing an inside slot receiver, a tight end, and obviously covering the flat, like you said, and, you know, you see like what he did in that Super Bowl right there. You know, high IQ type players like Cooper DeJean can make plays like that, you know. So it is 100%. It totally is. So yeah, we got pads. We got shoulder pads today. Shoulder pads. And then hopefully the next day or two we'll have everything else. We're ready. We'll be ready to go. So we'll see more. We'll see some more physicality, honestly. You know, we'll see what happens though. We got 158 in the chat. Make sure you subscribe, channel. Make sure you like the video. Like the stream. If you like the stream, it helps out tremendously. So I appreciate it so much. If you guys haven't checked out, okay. If you guys haven't checked out my official Discord server, got a lot of people in there. I talk to everybody every week, and it's a great community. If you guys haven't joined the Discord, definitely go join up. Appreciate it from everybody. Oh, it's a scoop drill, huh? Appreciate it, Tanner. We got the scoop drill. Jahad Campbell with the scoop. With the scoop. All right, there's no video for that, so that's good. Sweet. There else, I still can't believe they got DeJean going into the second round that day. I thought he was going to be picked right away. Oh, yeah, just remember, 13, 14 offensive players got taken off the board. Like, no one on defense got picked off the board until, like, what? No one on defense got picked off until, what, 14? Or something like that. And that helped the Eagles tremendously. He should have been a first-round pick. There's no doubt. 2 first-round talents. Oh, yeah, they're eating. Frank said, damn, people are sensitive. I was in Dallas live stream, and they showed the video of Dak riding the broom. It was the broom. So I mentioned Brokeback Cowboys. They put me in timeout. Oh, that's horrible. Tackling Derrick Henry also, yeah. Yeah, I remember I joined, and I don't really give a shit. You know, I'm very uncensored with a lot of stuff. I remember I went to Mark Holmes' stream, I think last year, I think one stream he did, and I talked about the Cowboys, like I wasn't shitting on them or anything. Like I legit asked him like a serious question that he like wanted to know if it was me, and then he clicked on my comment, and then he like made a joke about me or something, and I just quit. I was like, I just got out of the stream, so I don't get that. But so I never been to a stream ever again after that. It's like, all right, cool. I think I was 17, 18. Tyler said the tackle he had, the Jamar Chase was thinking, oh, the Jamar Chase, the crew, what was that, the 4th down play? Yeah, it was good, man. Open field tackling, DeJean is just a master class. He is a master class, no doubt. Let me make sure that we're Mark is a dingbat. Do we have Joey and Mark? No, there's no beef at all. It's just like he just like kind of like made a joke or disrespected me. That like I asked him a legit question about the team, and he just like made a fucking joke about me. So I never showed up there again. Like if that's how you treat people, then fine. Like I have no fucking time for bullshit like that. That's why I don't really watch a lot of. That's why I don't go into live chats anymore of opposite teams or whatever. So injury report's out. There it is. Okay, so here's the injury report. Appreciate Hurt season. Thank you. Eagles injury report, so will not practice. Okay, we got Danny Gray with a finger, small Munden illness. Okay, not a big deal. Andrew Makuba, so it's a shoulder injury. Devontae Smith, back tightness. Okay, and that's Devontae Smith was dealing with the back injury last year. Remember, he was kind of dealing with the back. So, it's not serious. It's just like if he feels something, they're not going to. There's no he doesn't need to practice like crazy, limited. Jahad Campbell with the shoulder. Jalen Carter obviously is back with the shoulder. Kenyon Green, second practice back with the knee, and Cam Jurgens has been back, and he's got the back. So limited is that they're the guys that are limited are pretty much fully back. They're doing a lot at practice to be limited. You know what I mean? They're doing a lot. So no, I wouldn't be worried about that. Cam Jurgens could have played it when Dickerson took over that game at center. Cam could have went back in there. Cam was fine. Like Cam, they made the injury seem like he was, they're dealing with a little bit of back could have played. So I think they make a big deal out of it a little too much. Now the main thing is Andrew Makuba. We have to look at this Andrew Makuba situation now. So how much time is he going to miss with a shoulder injury? I don't know, but that's a big blow, honestly. Frank says, as much as I'm looking forward to this year, I'm looking even more forward to the next draft. Yeah, I agree. As far as anything from Ty Robinson, nothing today yet. Yeah, Kuba's hurt. Sucks. Frank said, that Cam Jurgens back worries me. It does. I mean, it doesn't. To me, it doesn't. I'm fine with it. He's practicing. He's sitting out for like one activity. That's really it. But other than that, he's practicing. So being on a limited practice is perfectly fine. Small Munden out with an illness. Who cares about that? People get sick. It happens. Danny Gray finger injury. Yeah, we'll see him. Hopefully tomorrow he'll be back. Monday will probably be back tomorrow. I don't see why not. So Drew Makuba officially sidelined with a shoulder injury. Not a good. Yeah, it was the hit on Danny Gray got hurt probably too because with the finger. Who knows? It could probably was the same fucking play. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was a different play, potentially. Could have been. It could have been a different. Maybe it was a different play. I don't know. But is it a problem? Yeah, I mean, rookies. You don't want this guy to miss time because then it's, what if he misses the next 3-4 weeks? I'm not saying that that's going to be the case, but he's got to be back by. I'm hoping the end of this week, middle of this week, at least another couple days. I don't know, but that's gonna, Sidney Brown's gonna get a lot of reps today. So Sidney Brown, Trisha McCollum, um, so we'll see where it goes. DeJean will probably play more safety today. Yeah, it was a hard hit the other day, Frank. Definitely. I wonder if Sidney Brown could take advantage of Makuba. Oh, of course. Look, someone's got to step up. Makuba's in Sidney Brown's in competition with Makuba. So, and Frank's right. I think it's just precautionary. A lot of this is precautionary. Like if Devontae Smith has back tightness, like why make him practice? Does he really need the practice? Is it going to hurt him? Missing a day or two? Probably not. Because these are important moments, especially these are important practices for the rookies, especially. But when you get into joint practice with the Browns, when you get to the preseason games, that's where like things are gonna have to you're gonna have to look good, Yeah, I saw the Cooper DeJean's ranked 60 top. Yeah, I saw that. Chris, I think Makuba will be back some point next week, to be honest. Yeah. If he misses a week, it is what it is. It is what it is. Nate's just getting a crypto when you're clicking on the stream is crazy. Glad you got the channel, but I appreciate it. Yeah, it was a tough few days. I ain't gonna lie, it was tough. Chris, I think Makuba will be back next week sometime, to be honest. Yeah, well, that's what we're hoping. I don't want him to miss. If he comes back like next week, then, he'll be fine. He'll be on target. But you start missing time in the joint practices and preseason games and all of that, he's going to have to play in preseason. I mean, so this is what happens. This is what happens. So we'll probably see. We will see. But it hurts though, no doubt. It definitely hurts it for another week. Yeah. I mean, hopefully it doesn't it makes a little bit of a difference for a player being out, but I don't think it's like if Makuba's out for a week, I don't think it's going to hurt, but Okay. Make sure we're good on that front. First, they say shoulder, but in that video that was just on the screen, I think he hurt his knee too. What? What do you mean from the video? Because he's walking funny? I really hope not. So Sirianni says that like it was they weren't disclosing like everything about it. Shit. If it just says shoulder, then I don't know. Why am I not getting these? Like, X is so fucking weird, bro. So weird. They say shoulder, but in that video that was just on the screen, I think he hurt his knee. I hope not. Venom King Jalen Carter better be top 30 out of 100 players. Yeah, seriously. He better be. Andrew Makuba sustained a knee injury at the end of Saturday's practice. More specifically, appears to be his left knee. Oh, man. That fucking sucks. Damn, that's not good. That's not good. That sucks. Well, hopefully it's not bad. Hopefully he misses like a week. Frank's the Wolverine brought into the Eagles co-owner. Hell yeah. That's what it says right there, caption. Is War, it says, here heard Ringo was struggling against Brown. Big surprise. Can't honestly think of a single cornerback who can guard Brown. Yeah, I get it, but I want to see some type of positivity the next few weeks, I want to see him go against somebody else. I mean, he can't even beat AJ Brown, then I don't know what's going to happen. Justin Simmons time. Oh boy. We were hoping that this wasn't going to happen. The Shay said my stream keeps randomly stopping, I have to keep refreshing it. It's just YouTube, probably. It's not my connection or anything. Everything's I'm watching my stream right now. So damn. Yeah, I still hope it's not a bad, just minor. That sucks, dude. He's got a shoulder, and why wouldn't they list? That sucks. And he got a left knee injury. Shit. I don't think Makuba is going to be a starter regardless. Why? Why? How do you say that? It's only been 3-4 days of practice. What do you mean? Come on now. Come on now. So everybody's putting up their injury reports. A green ad. I have no idea. It might be a bug. Fuck, man. Yeah, I mean, all we can really hope for is he doesn't miss much time. That's it. And Sidney Brown and DeJean will get reps, and Trisha McCollum will get reps, and we'll see how it goes. If he starts missing more time into joint, if he misses practice from joint practice into preseason games, and Sidney Brown's not looking good, I think Justin Simmons will be here, unfortunately. Oh, all right, you're good. 24 number is bad luck. Look at what happened to yeah, no. Yeah, that's shitty. That's real shitty, unfortunately. I'm actually I feel bad. We got Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis feed Kendrick Lamar. Obviously, I can't play this video because it's playing fucking music, but I kind of played the music. I didn't mean to play the music. Because, YouTube senses music for a half a second. Boom! That's it. Alfredo said, Nick also said they will have to create creative to get Makuba more time in film room for mental reps and more study to make up for the physical time he missed, so he will get some reps still mentally. Yeah. But you miss a lot of time, you come back, It sucks to miss time as a rookie, especially. It really hurts you. It really does hurt you. Vic has some type of problem with Sidney Brown, which is understandable because Vic favors McCollum over him. Well, no, I don't think there's a favoritism. I think because Sidney Brown was coming off of an injury from 23 to 24, off an ACL, okay? And he still missed time. Sidney Brown missed some time in the offseason program last year, came back, and he played special teams full time. So he didn't get reps in Fangio's system. He never had reps in Fangio's system at all, officially, really. So this is really the first time where he's coming into an offseason healthy, and now, we'll kind of see what he's made of at this point, Perhaps Nick also said they will have to get creative to get Makuba more time in film room. Yeah, or said that. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's that when you're hurt and then it's more mental reps now, and you're watching film and you're doing things. So we'll see. Yo, it's Johnson. What up, Joey? Just tuned in. Makuba's sitting out because of that collision. Yeah, he's got a knee injury and a shoulder injury. The knee injury isn't even reported at all. Okay. So we got some one-on-ones going on. We have Eli Ricks with good physical coverage on Johnny Wilson. Forces the incompletion. I don't think Eli Ricks ain't going to do shit either. Eli Ricks ain't going to do nothing either. Unfortunately. I had high hopes for Ricks when he was undrafted. But not as much anymore. Webb says understandable should be unfortunate. Mike says Sidney Brown needs to learn how to play with different game speeds. Dude has one speed, and that's 100 miles per hour that takes 4 angles. Yeah. I mean, he becomes reckless. That's why Tristan McComm comes in. Not great coverage, but his tackling was a lot better. You know, Sidney Brown's coverage is probably a little bit better than Tristan McComm's, but they'd rather take a guy that's a little bit better with tackling. But Mike says different game speeds. Yeah. Terrace Marshall take. I think Johnny's gonna make it. Johnny's gonna make it with Terrace Marshall. Why wouldn't Johnny Wilson make it? AJ Brown is unfair. Quinion has had good coverage, but AJ still caught both passes. Yeah, it's gonna be impossible, bro. It's gonna be impossible. Yeah, that's where we're at. It would be I would move Makuba to cornerback too. Yeah, I don't know. He's too. I don't know. He's too small, dude. I don't know. I don't know if you're gonna be able to do that. Move Johnny Wilson to tight end. Yeah, they're definitely not doing that. They were supposed to. I mean, we were speculating that they maybe would do that, and it never happened. So, never happened. I think it'll be TMJ and Danny Gray fit the final 2 spots. Oh, yeah, maybe. Danny Gray's had a pretty good camp so far. So once the pads come on, it just goes to a different. It's a different atmosphere once pads come on. Lane is in the 99 club. Oh yeah. You know, I don't think I've ever told you guys this. Oh, hold on. We got Elijah Cooks with an awesome sideline catch, 1v1s. Cooks has had an impressive. Yeah, Elijah Cooks had a big contested catch the other on day 3 of camp. He had a really good day. The Sirianni has had family in town, including father Sirianni and brothers Jay Sirianni. They both on the sideline taking in practice on the hottest day yet in the summer. Let's see. We got Jahad Campbell getting some learning today in 1v1 coverage against running backs. Will Shipley caught 2 against him and shook him loose with a planted foot. Campbell flagged against Killian Robinson. Killian Robinson is the new running. Yeah, he's the new running back that we signed, didn't we? So Jahad Campbell is in some coverage and some running back drills. That's good. Will Shipley, bro, I'm excited. I really am. Let's hope Chauncey don't see the injury report, Makuba. He will say something bad. Yeah, they should have. Yeah, look what happens. Look what happens when you trade me or something. No, I think he's done. I mean, he's got to be done. Like, he had that interview, so. Johnny Wilson should be our red zone secret weapon. Yeah, Johnny Wilson, he's just got to, man, the guy that's almost 6'7", bro. Big frame. He's just got to catch better. He's got to catch better. He's got to get separation better. He's just got to be a little bit better with his hands. I mean, that's what it comes down to, using his body. for the catch. So watch that Bryce Young scramble for a touchdown. Let's see McCollum can't tackle in the open field. Bro, do you know how many people missed tackles on that play? You think it was only him? Everybody. You know how many people missed tackles on that play? I mean, you're talking about one missed tackle. Come on now. I'm not saying he's good, but he was better. He was a better tackler than Sidney Brown was. Sidney Brown didn't barely even played. I mean, I don't know how you take like one play and say, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know why Eagle fans take one thing that happens and they analyze that's the player that he is his entire career or the rest of the season. You know, I don't get that. You know, I respect it, but I just don't get it. Campbell did some push-ups after the drill, seeming upset with himself, giving up a catch on his final rep. Elijah Cooks with a highlight jump ball catch one-on-one against Adoree Jackson. The veteran cornerback clapped to show respect after the rep. Cooks previously had a real nice catch at the end of Saturday's practice. He's cooking. Damn. Elijah, damn. Damn, we have to look out. We got to look out now. I mean, Danny Gray's not practicing because of his finger today, but now, like, we're hearing less Terrace Marshall, more Danny Gray the other day, and now Elijah Cooks the last couple of days has been cooking. Elijah Cooks is cooking. Interesting. Elijah Cooks looking good. Beat Adoree Jackson, back shoulder throw, got his feet in bounds. Jackson clapped for him after. AJ cooking Q right now, yeah. I mean, you see AJ Brown and his work ethic. You see like his fucking training he does in the offseason. I mean, he's in a different mode, bro. Like, especially like, I mean, you win a Super Bowl now, and it's, you know, Brooks, to get Simmons for 1 year and help teach our young players. Yeah, potentially. I mean, we'll see. The next few weeks is really going to see. You know, we got to see when he's coming back. But if there's a secret knee injury, they're not even reporting right now. That's not good. You know. Yeah, there we go. Appreciate Tanner says Cooper DeJean first team in safety and base defense. Okay, so DeJean is out there in base as he has been. Nothing different. So we got base D, Cooper DeJean at safety. Then moves to nickel as Sidney Brown comes in. Adoree Jackson at outside corner for third straight practice. Fuck. Adoree Jackson, first up, first team, right cornerback for the third time in 4 practices. Jeremiah Trotter Jr. still first team linebacker next to Zach Bond. I think they're just rotating. They're rotating players at linebacker, and obviously they're rotating players at safety. So in base, they're using Cooper DeJean at safety, and in base, they're starting to switch over to Sidney Brown as well. So, and because you're down a corner, right? You're down Makuba, so they're putting both of them. Usually Makuba would be playing back there, but you're down a guy, so Jahan Dotson is taking in the reps for Devontae Smith today. Tyler says AJ too good, not concerned with any of our DBs struggling. No, definitely not. Definitely not. Appreciate it. Tanner says Jalen Hurts has been very vocal today after some mistakes by the offense. All right. This is where you're able to make mistakes at this point. You know, you can make mistakes right now. This is what happens. Got Jeremiah Trotter Jr. with a nice pass breakup at 11 on 11s versus he's been playing really good, man. He's had a good camp. Been good against the run in camp and been good in coverage, not too bad. You know? But Adoree Jackson, his third day at right cornerback. Kind of crazy. Kind of nuts. Trot has great anticipation, instincts, but needs to get slightly bigger and improve his. Yeah, the tackling needs to get better. Remember, he was tackling for like a 3-4 yard loss. He'd go in the backfield, make a tackle, just got to wrap up, take him down, and sometimes it just had an issue with that. Oh, we had a Quinyon Mitchell pick. Why am I not seeing it? There you go. Oh, that's why Jalen Hurts got vocal. Interception. Jalen Hurts picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. Just threw it off back foot, and it was underthrown. Quinyon picked it off along the sideline. All right. See, Jalen Hurts can make mistakes. You know what I mean? Jalen Hurts can make mistakes as well. So, you know, I don't expect you expect, you know, when you're starting quarterback, you expect more good days than bad days. You know, you have a couple bad days, it's fine. You know, it happens. I wonder who got pressure on Hurts. Somebody must have got pressure on him. I wonder who got pressure. They gave Devin White first team reps last year too. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. I get it. I get it. Trust me. We'll see. Come on. I'm looking for Keely Ringo shit right now. I'm not even kidding. So Jalen Hurts looked for A.J. Brown deep ball. Quinyon Mitchell with the pick. Jalen threw it off back foot pressure. Yeah, who gave the pressure on that? It was a one-handed interception. One-handed. Darius Slay said interceptions come with time for young cornerbacks when tracking the ball. You saw it there from Mitchell. Yeah, bro. How many dropped interceptions did he have? Like fucking 4 to 6 last year. And DeJean didn't have one until the Super Bowl. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy stuff. Damn. Hurts, to be fair, Hurts having a bad day is also a great sign for how tough it play out for the defense. Oh, 100%. Yes. The defense is doing their job. They're doing a good job. You want to see your defense make some plays on Hurts. You know, camp should never be. Sometimes you'll have those one-sided camp days where the offense has a great day or the defense has a great day or both sides are having a nice competition where things are happening back and forth, and there's nothing wrong with that. Cam going to trash Hurts for that play. Yeah. Mike said he'll be the best corner in the NFL after the season. I feel like he will get 4 or 5 picks, but teams won't throw his direction often. No. Because he'll be following the number 1 receiver all game now. Until we see something go down the next few weeks on what's happening at that right cornerback spot, CB2. Bro, I wish people that could record some of the stuff. Really hope the Eagles post Q picks. What I don't get is I see the Browns posting like full plays, the Giants posting full plays, the bank. I don't. These other teams do it. The Eagles never do it. They must tell the beat writers like they're not allowed to do that. Because if they do, they're going to lose their credentials. Like, that's what happens. Like, if they, like, I know there's strict rules that they have at training camp for these beat writers. If they upload something online, and obviously they have somebody checking that, if that happens, then, you know, I don't think they're allowed to do it. Appreciate for that. So, City Brown got all the non-base first-team reps at safety during the first series of team drills with Drew Makuba's sideline today's shoulder. Well, yeah, obviously, somebody's going to get more reps regardless today. Somebody. Someone's going to get more reps today. We see. Mike says if good, it's good if Hurts was bad. They allow him to get the bad throws out now before the season starts. Yeah. Yes. Well, it's much needed. Yeah. You got a tough fucking beginning of the schedule. You got tough. Besides the Cowboys, you have a tough schedule. The first, you know, after the Cowboys, the next, you know, 3-4 weeks are going to be kind of nuts. You know. All right. Jahad Campbell getting first team reps in 7 versus 7s opposite Jeremiah Trotter. Cool. Mac McWilliams was in for Drew Makuba in dime opposite Cooper DeJean. So you have Mac McWilliams and Cooper. So you had Mac McWilliams and Cooper on the inside, and probably Sidney Brown will probably be back there as a safety. So that's dime package. Since Makuba isn't playing, they have Mac McWilliams in there. I want Mac McWilliams to get some fucking reps, no doubt. He needs the reps. So. Did it again. What happened? Coop got ranked number 60 in the NFL Top 100. Seems high for a rookie, but I'm all for it. I also believe that it's voted by. Yeah, it's a dog and pony show for the players. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. I've never been a fan of the top 100. I like watching it, but I'm not like a fan of how they, because some of the votes are like kind of ridiculous. Um, you know, but we'll see. All right. Sidney Brown getting more reps today, and Mac McWilliams getting more reps today. So we want Mac McWilliams to get as many reps as possible. Want to see his versatility because he can play outside, inside, but most likely for inside. Tanner, what are you sending me? Sure, Sanders or Captain Jack Sparrow? I don't want to play the video. Yeah, I don't want to play the official video. I don't want to play it because I just, at this point, I'm very careful of what happens on here. I trust me. I just got my channel back, and I don't want to risk anything. Brooks says Quinyon Mitchell playing right cornerback in 7-7s have been at left for most of training camp. Vic Fangio said he's been playing left to partly prepare for the possibility to travel. Yeah. You don't have Darius Slay anymore. So, for the number one cornerback, number one corner is going to be shadowing the number one receiver. And that's what we're really expecting. Who spoke on Makuba's injury? Because Nick didn't say what it was on the press conference. I can look at it if you want. Hold on. It was this Eagles scout room. Andrew Makua sustained a knee injury at the end of Saturday's practice. More specifically, appeared to be on his left knee. So I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Legit, I don't know if this guy is. I have no idea. I couldn't even tell you. Man, Quinyon Mitchell again today. I'm glad, offense is struggling today. Quinyon Mitchell with really nice 1v1 coverage and 7-on-7 drill on AJ. Didn't want to go for AJ, but the coverage was too good. Yeah, bro. He said that's got to be one entertaining Browns camp. Yeah. How many quarterbacks they got? Like five, like fucking four, five. They have like 5 quarterbacks in camp. I don't even know. They made some interesting moves though. Yeah, Nick didn't say no. So I heard I don't know if Nick said something about the being like that there was undisclosed stuff that they weren't going to say about it. I'm not sure. Let's go to the beginning of practice here. I'm not sure if he said anything else. No, I don't think he did. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know where this knee issue is coming from. I'm telling you right now, if that douchebag on that X account just said that because he's walking funny, and then he doesn't even have a knee injury, it's gonna it's gonna piss me off. Like that somebody would just say that just to get some traffic, to get some clicks. I need to get some clicks. Let me just say that he has a knee injury so I can get some clicks from the Eagle fans. Fucking dumbass. Basically, that video K Pickett says Shadr runs like Jackson. Oh my god. That's hilarious. Hopefully he'll be back tomorrow. We'll see. They said I do like Terrace Marshall and Anaya Smith's chances of making this team. Just saw Anaya Smith nice play against Coop just now. Yeah, hopefully Anaya Smith does well. Let's see. I'm just seeing Quinyon Mitchell stuff right now still. Taylor gets 3 QBs for the Browns. Hank Pickett was injured with a hamstring. Deshaun is sitting with whatever. Leaves Flacco, Dylan Gabriel, and Shedeur Sanders. I hope it was just bullshit and it's just his shoulder. Yeah, I really hope if that dude like lied about that, like his credibility is gonna go down the drain. Like that's why you gotta watch what you say, bro. Like if you lie about stuff during camp, like completely lie about stuff or just make up an injury like that, like you're gonna get hounded for. Like you're gonna get your ass beat. That's what's gonna happen. All right, so appreciate Taylor. So why aren't these popping up on my shit? Quinyon Mitchell and Keely Ringo just switched sides mid-drill. The flexibility at work. Yeah, we'll see what happens there. I don't know what this fly swatter thing is. I have no idea. I think it's like one of those videos that you have like a fly swatter and you hit. I don't know. I think I've seen a video like that, but I don't get that. I have no idea. Prayers just hope it was bullshit. It's just his shoulder. Yeah, prayers up. Shaver says Patula is running a more West Coast style offense. Yeah. I mean, you're gonna have a fullback involved, which that's really of what makes up for it as well. So I want to see how they incorporate certain things. It's obviously Nick's offense with Batul giving his own flavor to it. So, no excuses. Yo, is Taylor Swift performing at the link for the Dallas game? There's news going around that Taylor Swift is performing. I'm not kidding. It's all over the place. That's why the tickets are expensive. All right, so we have an interception here. Eagles rookie Kyle Core picked off in 7-on-7. So a soft lob across the middle, snagged by Tariq Castro Fields. I haven't heard that name in a while. Tariq Castro Fields with the interception. She better not be. That's the news I'm hearing. I don't know. It says Taylor Swift set to perform in support of the Eagles at the 25 NFL. It's all cut off. I don't want to play the video. Showdown at the Lincoln Financial Field between Eagles and a bitter rival, the Dallas Cowboys. Is this from the Eagles? I don't know, but I see it. Fucking hope not. All right, so Kyle McCord gets picked off. I hope not. I really hope not. Yep. All the news coming out. Tariq Castro Fields picking off Terry McKee. Come on, I want some Ringo. I want to see some Ringo action. Got 97 in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Like the stream if you guys have not. Appreciate everybody being here today for the 4th day of training camp with shoulder pads on. Just great. Awesome. And finally, this green fucking wall behind me is going to be covered with stuff soon. I have some wallpaper. My girlfriend is helping me with some stuff. And, yeah, we're ready to go. I'd like to throw some random stuff during the stream, so since we're talking about stuff. Because I heard that about Swift, too. Yeah, I don't know. Like Jalen Hurts will have a career year this season and be in the MVP conversation. He'll still be disrespected. He's got to win another ring. Simple as that. Simple as that. All right, let me see if there's anything else popping up here. Okay, I don't think anything crazy right now. I don't think anything nuts right now. Oops. Sorry. Sorry. Cover's been awesome today by the defense. Hurts just held the ball for 8 seconds and nobody was open. See, now we're not seeing certain receivers not getting open now. So a lot of these depth receivers are getting tested too. A lot of these depth receivers getting tested. Hurts is the Tom Brady of mobile quarterbacks and will win at least 3 Super Bowls. I hope so. Chris Johnson, Cam Newton is pissing me off. He was all over my Instagram hating on Hurts. Yeah, he's just mad he never got a ring. You know, I mean, he's attacking everybody now. I mean, this is what happens, you know. And Hurts don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a shit. Thank God we have a quarterback that doesn't give a shit at anything that happens on social media. I mean, Jalen Hurts has an X account, but it's not his. Somebody runs his account. So, imagine if Jalen Hurts gets 20 plus rushing touchdowns, that would be insane. That would be pretty nice. It would be pretty nice. Cam Newton is a clown. Can't even fall on this fumble. Yeah. What up, King B Hart? What's going on, man? So Shogun says, man, the Eagle fans, man, I mean, I'm an Eagles fan, but man, I've heard somebody say that at least 10 players on this team is going to have a career year. Absolutely delusional. Well, what 10 players? Who? I mean, with the obvious ones, you know, that will have good careers, we kind of already know, but, you know, or just for this year. I feel good about some players going into this year. Cover's been awesome today. Defense hurts the ball 8 seconds. Nobody open. But this Makuba thing is seriously. Fuck. The Makuba situation is a little worrisome. If this, I mean, this knee injury thing has got to be fake. There's no way it's even true. Say man one more time. Man. Mike said because we have tons of players entering their prime, that's why they will have career years. So absolutely, I feel good about a lot of players, but I think the word career year is getting thrown. Well, I think a good year, a career year, well, it depends on what somebody, what's the definition of that, you know? Pro Bowl status, like something like that. Somebody, Dallas Goedert had a pretty dominant training camp so far. Nothing on Ringo yet. Nothing on Ringo. I want to see more Ringo today. Mike said, Hurts gotten better every year since being a starter, so there's no reason to not believe he won't have a career. Oh, no. I mean, the last player I'm worried about is Jalen Hurts. That's the last player I'm worried about. He throws a pick today. I don't care. This defense got to make plays on him. The defense has got to make plays on him. If Hurts is having too many good days, and he should have a lot of good days, but he's got to have a few bad days too. You know? He's got to have some bad. The good with the bad, it's always got to happen. So I don't think they're going to report much on Ringo. I think they've going to give him a break. We've been ringing him out. Yeah, so Adoree Jackson has gotten his third day out of 4 days. His third start at right cornerback out of 4 days. So far. That's what's been going on. What time is it? It's 11:10, so practice will probably end another 10 to 15 minutes, probably. Probably. And honestly, like, not even a lot of stuff is not a lot is really being reported today, to be honest with you. Some stuff, but I don't think it's any kind of, crazy, we're not hearing about too many players. Usually we hear about pressures or, I mean, even defensive line. We haven't heard anything about pressures today. Mike, I can't get that Super Bowl game out of my head. The way that systematically dismantled the Chiefs was insane. I've never been KC get destroyed like that. They had zero answers for anything we did. I know. They went to that game knowing that they're going to win the game. That confidence was like above and beyond. They didn't play conservative. And I loved how, like, even they were up by a lot of points, they still threw the dagger to Devontae Smith. They still, like, were going to fucking score and did not. I mean, from all the shit that was, the fucking 0 sacks t-shirts they had on, it's just, it's out of my mind to, like, where Patrick Mahomes is, we'll be back next year. We'll be back. Like, the cockiness, the being that conceited of yourself. Like he takes like being in a Super Bowl for granted every fucking year. Somebody in the AFC needs to fucking like dismantle them. I mean, the Chiefs had 12 one-possession game wins. 2 games in a row they won because of missed field goals from a last-minute missed field goal from the opposite team. I mean, 12 fucking that the Chiefs realistically reminded me of the 23 Eagles. Heart attack game after heart attack game. Asante Samuel time. It's another thing that's interesting too because he's still available. He's been training, doing his thing. Justin Simmons, Asante Samuel. Gonna be interesting. It's gonna really suck if that happens. Like if they sign, like there's 2 guys available right now. If they the 2 biggest competitions besides right guard, the 2 biggest competitions is safety and corner. And if they have to go out and fucking sign 2 guys or at least one of those guys, I mean, one of like if they sign 2 of them, if they actually sign both of them, damn, that sucks. I mean, that's not really good, Montrell Johnson is a player. I don't think he makes the team, but Eagles defense having something in the undrafted free agent. Oh, that's the guy from Florida? Is that the guy from the Florida Gators? Montrell Johnson? I think that is. I could be wrong. So please don't shoot the messenger. To say every winning Super Bowl team will have that one signature play that we have, the dagger. Yeah. Like I said, I think Kermit Mahomes is on the decline of his career. He has not looked the same the past few seasons. And I don't think that offense has been as explosive. That's why they want to bring – that's why ever since Tyreek Hill left, they really looked less explosive. And that's why they drafted Xavier Worthy. They drafted Worthy to kind of bring that explosiveness back, Because I think that's been lacking with that team, too. That's an idea. Asante Samuel might be a good pickup. Yeah, because I think he missed some time last year. He had a contract year last year. He missed time because of I think it was a stinger injury. He had surgery in April. So teams were not going to sign him quick. And he wasn't going to get no fucking contract, no big contract. So King says, man, I'm telling y'all, who doesn't believe in Ringo, to know he will start week 1. Like I said, it's early, man. I'm not going to say I believe. I mean, I want him to win the job. I want him to win the job badly. Not that I don't believe. It's that, we have to kind of, wait and see and kind of get some, see what happens. That's all we can do. How he's going to make a move soon. Corner looking too thin. It's DeJean is not in the conversation of corner besides inside because we're not looking at DeJean. The coaching staff is not looking at DeJean as an outside corner. They haven't put him at outside corner. So if you take Cooper DeJean out of the mix, it is a little thin. Yeah, it is, because I don't think Ricks is going to do anything. Ricks ain't going to make it. As depth, sure, but I don't think he could be put in there. So I think the guard spot is going to be a problem. No, guard won't be a problem. I think they'll find their guard. I think they just the guard. They have to get full pads on. They got to get into joint practices. They have to get The guard spot is going to be fine. I'm not worried about guard. Not worried about guard. You got Keegan, Steen, Miles Hinton. They could possibly put him, a big size tackle at guard like they did with Mekhi Becton. I think they have options there at guard, so I'm not really worried about it. Where it says develop both positions, trust Vic's Oh no, I'm trusting it. It's just taking time. But I see an injury from Makuba, and then you have a 29-year-old fucking cornerback that's starting at right corner for the last 3 out of 4 practices. You start to wonder a little bit. John says the back-to-back Super Bowls for Mahomes was the peak. He is definitely on the decline. Possibly. Mac McWilliams with a nice pass breakup in the back left corner of the end zone against Johnny Wilson in 11 versus 11 goal line drills. Nice. Nice. Good. Want to see something. Cornerbacks need to see something. Mac McWilliams, so, is another one, depth at inside corner. He's getting a lot of reps today now because he's getting more reps and dime package as well with DeJean on the inside. Because I want Sidney Brown and Ringo to succeed. Joseph Baines, so yo, what up, Joey? Go Birds. What's going on, Joe? Stuff says just me. I think Tyler Steen is garbage. Tyler Steen has sometimes he'll have a pretty okay game, and then there's times where he gets pushed around. I don't know. I'm very up and down. Trevor Keegan missed some time last offseason program. I really like Trevor Keegan a lot. Miles Hinton, I think, is going to be the starting right. I think Miles Hinton is going to be the future right tackle for this team when Lane Johnson retires in a couple of years. I think Miles Hinton will be it. Miles Hinton, I don't know why they don't try to put him at guard. We haven't really heard anything offensive line-wise. I don't know why they don't report that. I understand they want to. It's not offensive line is not something everybody wants to hear about, but I think it's pretty fucking important, Joe says, here comes Justin Simmons. If they weren't going to re-sign Slay, why let Isaiah Rodgers go? For comp picks. That's why they let Isaiah Rodgers go. They do not care how good the player is. Isaiah Rodgers was let go because of a comp pick. Mel Williams wasn't going to get re-signed. Obviously, they weren't going to pay that much money. Comp pick. Mekhi Becton, comp pick. They were going to get comp picks. That's why Isaiah Rodgers. They signed Isaiah Rodgers last year because they knew they were going to get a comp pick for him if they let him go after a year. So that's the main reason why those players are gone. Steen will win the guard spot and will play fine. I hope so. Johnson, are we worried that there has been no news on Ty Robinson? I heard Jalen Carr giving him praise, but that's it. I haven't heard nothing. Nothing. Yeah, so 5'10" Mac McWilliams and PBU in the end zone and going against 6'6" Johnny Wilson for a jump ball. Mac McWilliams has had some nice moments in the offseason. Wilson, less so. I think Johnny Wilson still makes the roster. He does a lot. His blocking is really good. He just needs to get a little bit better. Contested catches and just catching the ball in general. But glad Mac McWilliams is doing good though. Really like these project O-linemen we got in this draft, but they will take time to develop. Yeah, but you got to trust, you got Jeff Stalin will be fine. You got Jeff Stalin. He will figure it out. Not much is getting reported on offense. See, if something's not reported, it doesn't mean that there's nothing going on, but they got to get into full pads. And they got to get into joint practices, and not practice against the own team, our own team. We need them to hit another jersey. That's going to take time. Fangio said that safety and corner are going to take time into at least middle of preseason to figure out what's going on. King BR said, thanks for the input on Ringo Shakes. It was more of a gut feeling prediction. What do you think about Trott and Campbell battle? I don't think there's realistically going to be a battle. I think they're saying that there's a battle, but they're not throwing players under the bus. I think a third linebacker needs to be ready because Dean is not going to be here, and then you have Jihad Campbell now. So not only can he play off-ball linebacker, they have him playing inside, outside, and they could put him at the edge too because he is an edge rusher too. They could put him on the line and let him get some pressures. So I think a third linebacker needs to be ready. I think Trotter Jr. will be ready. I think so. That's why they're putting the green dot on Trotter Jr. as well, just to make sure, God forbid you have injuries. Like Trotter Jr. is one injury away from realistically starting in this defense. So really, so Rodgers was okay, but he was getting torched in that Rams game. Yeah, I mean, look, he's not going to win every matchup, but I think Rodgers is a legit starter in the league. Legit special teamer, legit starter, a lot of starring experience. I mean, guy has, you know, that's why he got, he got a lot of playing time more than Ringo because he just has more experience. He's more pro ready to put him in a game if you need him to. I don't know if anything else is getting reported right now. Craig Rodgers was probably the best bench cornerback in the NFL last year. He played great when he needed to come in. I was sad to see him leave. I was hoping he would retain him and compete for cornerback too. Comp picks, bro. Draft picks for Howie Roseman. That's why they don't keep guys. They don't want to pay extra money to any. And look, Isaiah Rodgers ain't making much money. You know what I mean? Oren Burks ain't making much money. Oren Burks was probably. I think Oren Burks wanted to go somewhere else too because I think he has a chance to start somewhere else. He's like, I can stay with the Eagles and like ride this thing out as a backup linebacker, or I could go somewhere else where I have a shot in training camp to compete for a job. So I heard Vanilla G had a nice pass back down, a few pressures, but it's just the other guys are doing good. But the other guys are doing good, but you're not going to hear anything about him. Yeah. What Rodgers was not getting burned in the Rams game. If anything, Slay was getting burned. Oh, Slay got beat on that Puka Nacua catch, that last drive going downfield. That was just a good catch that was good coverage by Slay. That was just a really good catch by Puka Nacua. I thought that game was close to over. When that catch was made, I was shitting my pants. And then Jalen Carter single-handedly won that game at the end with a sack of the pressure for the last play. So, kind of crazy. Slay had his best year last. I saw Slay out of all the years with the Eagles. That was last year was his best year. Was his best year. 100%. There's no doubt about it. Plus, as Rodgers got the ball snatched out of his hand. Let's not forget about that. He's soft. Yeah. I don't think he's too soft. I think he was a pretty good backup for us. I don't know what's going on with like this news today. Like a notification. I don't know if X is like fucking up right now, or I don't know what's going on because. Oops. Oops. All right, I'm just looking to see what's going on here. Like if I'm missing anything where it doesn't really look like I'm missing anything too much. So see, John said it was good for both sides with Rodgers. We got our pick, and he now has a good chance to be a starter in this league. Yeah, it gives guys opportunities to get contracts somewhere else and prove their worth. So, are the comp picks really that important when giving away guys like Rodgers and Burks for pennies? I don't know, man. I think they're very valuable. Yes, because some of these comp picks that are 4th, 5th, 6th rounders can become higher tradable. It's tradable draft compensation for higher picks, or if you're making trades and adding some mid to late round picks. I think they're very I mean, linebacker, I have no issue with right now, but linebacker, I feel really good about with what we have, even with Small Munden. Small Munden's not practicing today because he has an illness, but I think they're set up. I think linebacker set up very nicely right now. Yeah, of course, I was pissed off when Oren Burks left, but Rodgers, on the other hand, you know, you let Slay go, then Rodgers went, so it was like, damn, you know. So I'm not saying get rid of everybody for comp picks. You can only be awarded, I think, 3 comp picks. You can't get like 5, 6, 7. You can only get rewarded 3 per season, per season going into the draft. But that's it. You know what I mean? So it was Mekhi Becton, Milton Williams, and I think Isaiah Rodgers. Those were your 3 comps. You know, but you know, now you're kind of in the hole right now because you got a Dory Jackson and Keely Ringo that are fighting for a job right now. And are they going to look good in the regular season? Even if somebody wins the job, like, you know, somebody wins the job, like, is that going to be enough? You know, I said also McWilliams could be something that now give Fangio more freedom to move Coop and Makuba around the field. Well, no, I mean, I think 22 is a really good year. I think when it comes to his pass coverage and obviously, you know, him getting probably less targeted than he has. I think, I don't know the percentage wise of who was more targeted last year between Quinion and Slay, but also McWilliams to be something that they'll give Fangio more freedom to move Coop and Makuba around the field. Yeah, we have to, like I said, it's only the 4th practice. Like, you know, we're expecting like these high results like the first few practices. We haven't even been through a week of training camp yet. Not even a week, you know? So they have a hot day tomorrow. They have no practice on Wednesday, and then they have practice Thursday, Friday, and then we'll see what happens after that. You know? So that's where we'll be at. Is there anything going on, bro? Because I'm not seeing nothing right now. Practice has got to be over. It's got to be over. Got to be over. I'm even checking to see. Yeah, I was at that game. I was actually at Link. I was at the link that for that game. I remember. How many? It was less than 100 yards. I forgot what it. I thought it was 40 something yards. I could be wrong. I think practice is over. I mean, it's been like 10 fucking minutes. It's been like 9 minutes since we heard anything. There's no post saying practice is over or something else is happening. Yeah. A hot day today. It's a hot one out there today, no doubt. Got put in that fucking work, bro. Like I said, that was probably the best cornerback play I've seen when Slay locked up JJ. Yeah, that was a big day. Justin Jefferson was fuming that whole fucking game. He was fuming. Yeah, it was the home opener. Yeah, it was such an exciting night. It was so great. It was a different. I remember going to that game. It was at the tailgate, and it was just a different. Like, it was just everybody was so positive. Like, everybody, like, that whole tailgate was great. Like, there was just a different. The air just smelled different for that season, and you know, it ended not the way we wanted, but you know, I think we're 100% a better team now when it comes to the drafting process, the development process, and you know, we have the quarterback that can get it done. So, and now we have consistency for coaching now that are staying here more than a fucking year. You know, I knew the Eagles arrived if they smoked the Queens in 22. Yeah. Yep. All right, now I got some flexibility. on the second team offense line rotation. Oh, here we go. Now we got some offensive line news. Matt Pryor at right tackle, Darian Kennard at right guard. They've been the opposite throughout camp so far. All right, so that's second team offensive line. Who's playing first team right guard? Darian Kennard, another one, another big body. Darian Kennard. Let me see. Yeah, 6'5", 322. 6'5", 322. Brooks Kubina. Who the fuck is? Oh, this guy. About to say, I was like, who's? I guess I just didn't read his name. Eagles 2020 fifth round pick Trevor Keegan is getting snaps at center with the third rotation. Okay, he played center and guard, so in Michigan. Brooks Kubina. Who's starting at right guard first team? Like, why isn't that being reported? Like, why isn't that being reported? Let's see. If you guys haven't followed me on Discord, we have a big community on Discord, and I get to talk to everybody in video chat, and we do things every single week. So, guys, haven't checked out the Discord, definitely go check it out. Go join up, follow the rules, pick your team, and do our thing. I remember last year Keegan graded out very well in preseason, but it was preseason though. Yeah, and he definitely missed some time too. He missed some time. Matt Pryor, bro. Like Matt Pryor ain't making this team. I mean, I'm kind of shocked he's in second team offensive line rotation, to be honest with you. But because didn't we have when's the last time he was here? I don't even remember when he was here. That who's the center we drafted in the 6th round this year? He's actually pretty good. Who's that fucking guy? Tobin or because I don't want him at center at all. Backup center, no. Who's the center we drafted? I keep forgetting his name. He's actually pretty damn good. He's actually had saw some news the other day on him. He's actually been doing good as a backup center. Drew Kendall, there you go. Yep. I was gonna say Kennard or something. I was like, it's Ken something. I forgot his name. Drew Kendall, yeah. Drew Kendall. Brett Toth. Yeah, Brett Toth. I said Tobin. See, the fucking names, I swear. Brett Toth, yeah. No. Brett Toth, like I remember he came in. Didn't he come in for a game last year? I remember and he had a couple snaps. He like fucked up the snap like twice or something. I forgot what happened. Adoree left practice because of a finger injury. Oh my god. Fucking can we stop with the fucking injuries? I mean, I know it's a finger, but tape it up, wrap it up, put some ice on it. Well, there it is. Great competition we're gonna have. He struggled 3 straight high snaps. Yeah, I remember that. I knew it was like multiple snaps. Why you and Philly don't join you live? Oh, we just stream the same day. Everybody's streaming today. Everybody's streaming training camp every day. Boy. So Adoree Jack. Well, I mean, it's the end of practice, but now we got to see if Adoree's going to practice tomorrow. Like, so good. You know what? Good. Adoree's out for a day or two with a finger. Let him sit out as long as possible. I want Keely Ringo in there, and I want him to get the job done. That's it. That's fine. Give him a shot. Give Eli Ricks a shot. Whatever, Ojomo just blew up a 4th down play, 11-11. Hurts likely would have sacked in the game. See, why aren't I getting these? Why am I not getting? Oh, maybe I am getting them. Oh, I just got it now. I don't know if I'm getting them late or something's going on. So Moro Ojomo's having a strong fucking camp. Strong camp. Crazy. Just put it up. Yeah, so I put up a post. I put up a community post. So Philly was doing some like the last couple days. He's been busy. Things just something happened and he got busy doing some stuff. So tonight we should have the shakedown. Tonight. So we should be good for the night. Should be good. To let everybody know. Chance of Jock Campbell getting some first team reps again. Yeah. I mean, yeah, he should be getting the first team reps. Trotter Jr. is going in there as well as the green dot, call the defense, which is great. They got to have another guy calls the defense. I mean, all three of them between Zach Ball and Campbell and Trotter will be, we'll have the green dot. So. Let me see something quick. Thing. Because defense has definitely gotten the best of offer today in the Eagles camp. All QBs have been holding onto the ball, running out of the pocket, more balls hitting the ground than usual. Defense had a good day. Hey, we got some Ojulari news. That's great. Let's go. God Campbell gets a sack in team drill situational 4th and goal from the 5 with second team squads. Ojulari just sacked McKee on 4th down play in red zone. Good. That's what we want. Hear more edge rushers. I want to hear about Joshua Uche. We got some news on Azeez Ojulari now. Good. Good. Ojulari, man. I'm telling you, guy could stay healthy this year. I think we'll have a really good year. I don't say that about a lot of players, but that edge is stacked. In my opinion, it's very stacked. They signed that Ogbod guy, that 30-year-old player that had 3 sacks with the Browns last year. So they actually have a veteran there. If he's going to make the team or not, I don't know. But Ojulari has had his statistics actually don't look too bad for the short time he's had because of injuries he's had every year with the Giants. But I'm telling you, he has with this health department for the Eagles, the medical staff, keeping him healthy. I think some good things can happen with him. A lot of contract years, guys going to their primes. Like, these guys are going to be hungry. Ojulari is going to be hungry. Uche is going to be hungry. Guys are going to be hungry on like these 1 year deal going into their prime and to get work for that contract. So good though. Yeah, it looks like practice is running a little bit longer today. It looks like probably an hour and a half today. Most first team reps I've seen yet for Jock Campbell and for Zach Ball, and they're getting plenty of looks of him next to Jeremiah Trotter. They got to give they're not worried about Zach Ball too much, but they're getting Jahad Campbell a lot of reps right now because he's on limited. So Jahad Campbell's still limited for practice, but he's getting so many reps. So he's getting a lot of work put in, so that's good. That's really good. Okay. So at least we're getting some Edge rushers, linebackers are playing good. Jod Campbell's getting a lot of work today. Offense is struggling today. Quinyon Mitchell with a interception today. And he had 2 reps against A.J. Brown. He did a pretty good job. A few reps against A.J. Brown. He lost, I think, on a couple, 1 or 2. And then I think another 2 he had, I think it was a pressured throw by Hurts that ended up getting picked by Quinyon. And so he's had some good reps today. Totally good. All right. Campbell with a nice play against the run. Nice. That's good. Need him ready. Need him ready. That linebacker core is going to be ready to go. They've been Trotter Jr.'s been pretty productive this camp too. Chase, Vic is big on practicing. That's why it's a little longer. Yeah, that's fine. Make it as long as you want to make it. Don't matter to me. You know, Vic, I trust anything that he, whatever, how he, I've always wanted to see like how he like talks to his players and how tough he is. And I've always wanted to see that, like just how he is during a practice, even in the regular season. You know what I mean? Never got to see that. The Eagles edge Patrick Johnson getting looked at along the sideline after leaving the field at late practice, as with Drew McCuba, practice ended soon afterwards. Patrick Johnson's hurt now. Fucking train camps, bro. Guy, especially playing in this weather, if you play in this weather and you gotta, obviously you gotta stay hydrated and stuff, but playing in like hot weather like this, it could fuck with you, no doubt. I said Dorian Thompson-Robinson had a good 2 days of practice, much better than the first 2. Could see improvement. Tools are clearly there on the NFL QB. That's good. Yeah, he had a good practice. Third day, he had a really good practice. So practice is over. Done. So now you're going into tomorrow with Makuba out. Adoree Jackson's probably going to be out. And two guys that you really need for this competition, we're going to find out this Makuba thing is going on with this fucking knee injury, this secretive knee injury. I don't know what's going on with that. I'm hoping it's all bullshit. I'm hoping it's all bogus, because if it's not, that's really going to suck. It's going to be unfortunate. But we will see. We will see. See, Tanner's, has there been much motion so far in Kevin's offense? Yes, but more simple motion, like one moving part as opposed to the motion and shifting of Shanahan offense. Interesting. That's a good question, because they never report shit like that. I don't trust Elliot Short Parks. Dude quotes himself. Yeah, he's probably one of the guys. I mean, when it comes to camp stuff, he'll put he's valuable for camp. Elliot Short Parks is not valuable for a fucking football take. And I'm not saying I'm anything special, but I just say what's on my mind. But he says some stupid shit during the year. He says some stupid shit. Practice over. Very good day for appreciate Tanner. Very good day for Moro Jomo. Not so good day for Ty Robinson, Tyler Steen. Yikes. Okay. Well, like I said, I'm going to say this for the millionth time. It's the 4th day of camp. So we're going to day 5 tomorrow. And, we'll see what happens. I mean, it's just, we'll see. I'm hoping, like, the good thing about it is, like, you need at least one more guy to produce. I mean, Jalen Carter's going to get a lot of snaps, so it really doesn't even matter, to be honest, because if Moro Jomo's doing good, I think at defensive tackle we're set. You know what I mean? And I haven't heard Thomas Booker's name, and he flashed last year on deep rotation within this group. So if it's Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Moro Jomo, and you're hoping Robinson can really do something, I doubt they would have him walking around the field if it was a semi-serious knee injury. Yeah, that dude is gonna get slammed for that. Is gonna get fucking slammed for that. Seriously. I think it's bullshit. But I mean, what if it is a knee? I mean, I don't know. I mean, would they even have him? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we'll find out, but so I mean, we've gotten the good, we've gotten the bad. The offense struggled today, which is fine. I mean, look, I really want the offense to struggle. I want this defense to get better. You know, if Hurts is having issues and Hurts had to be more vocal during practice and kind of get on everybody's case, then that's a good thing. You know, more good days, fewer bad days for Hurts, and that's all that matters. For the, you know, I mean, if he has more bad days than good days, that's not a good thing. You know, but we'll see. So it's the injury report is going to be very interesting tomorrow. We'll find out more. But if you're out tomorrow now with two people that you really need for both competitions, you have two guys, you have four guys in competitions at two different positions that are much needed right now at safety and corner. And now you're missing one guy from each of those lineups now for camp. I mean, Ringo's going to get a lot of reps. Eli Ricks will get a lot of reps. Mac McWilliams will get a lot of reps. McWilliams did pretty good today. So, we'll just have to see. In the meantime, we'll just have to see what happens. You know, we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. I mean, I think we're good. This is the fourth day of Eagles training camp. They had shoulder pads on today, full pads. I'm guessing tomorrow, the next day. I heard tomorrow. So we'll see how it goes. We'll check out the injury report. And I think a solid day. You know, I think a solid day. You know? Yeah, so thanks for the stream, Joey. You make training camp more enjoyable. I appreciate it so much, Tanner. It means a lot for you guys to be here as well. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys like if you guys are new, definitely subscribe. If you guys haven't, definitely hit the like button. It helps out tremendously. And if you guys haven't checked out my official Discord server, this is really the perfect place to talk Eagles football. And you get to talk and we get to talk every week as well for a while on video chat and just hanging out and doing stuff. So I'm usually on there. I have it open every single day on my computer. It's always running on my second screen every day. So definitely check out the Discord if you guys have it. Pick your team, do your thing. And hopefully a shakedown tonight. We're supposed to have it tonight, and we should be fine. So other than that, that's really it. And I will see you guys on the next one tomorrow. You guys enjoy. Shake Squad up, follow, slide. Peace out, guys. Peace. Peace.